Inferno 7 Essences looks game changing. We have a new type of debuff called the Silence. The Barbarians get another unlimited whirlwind. They are going to be very happy with this new set of essences. The Necromancers, well, they have a bad news, but there is still something to look forward to. And what is happening with Blood Knight? So yeah, I'm going to cover all the different classes, the new essences, provide you my insights and how these essences are going to affect PvP. Every class is going to be timestamped, and with Barbarian I also want to cover Blood Floe gem. There is a small change in that gem as well. So before I start, I want to thank Blizzard for providing me with the patch notes ahead of time so that we can take a look at it and I can provide you with the details right when it is available or ready to be made available. So yeah, thanks Blizzard for sharing the patch notes, and now let's deep dive into each class one by one, starting with Barbarians. So guys, Barbarians have some very good news. Let's check out the essences. First, the helmet is okay. Wrath of Berserker increases your attack speed, that is okay. But here comes the big essences about Whirlwind. There are two essences for Whirlwind. Chest. Whirlwind makes you immune to knockback, slow, chill, immobilize. Basically with this essence, if you're playing Whirlwind build, you won't need demoralize. You are already, except hard CC, everything other than that, you are immune, right? And like I said, the Barbarians also have an unlimited new Whirlwind. The main hand says Whirlwind restores energy and increases your attack speed after hitting an enemy suffering from bleed. So you might ask how it is unlimited. Just use the shoulders ox horns. That is going to give you bleed on Whirlwind, right? So whenever you do Whirlwind, enemy is going to bleed and your energy is going to restore each time you hit the enemy. So this is an unlimited new Whirlwind, and also it increases your attack speed. Don't even need V2s, right? So this is a huge buff, I think, for Whirlwind Barbarians, and I'm very excited to try this. But yeah, there's other Leap essences. Leap now applies bleed. So there's a new gem coming, right, with the bleed thing. Now there's some changes with the new gem on how this bleed works. I'll talk about it later in the video. But yeah, shoulder leap applies bleed. That is very good. Also, the pants leap reduces movement speed by 35%, prevents use of dash skills. So this is also huge. These days, reducing movement speed and anti-dash, these essences are doing very well. So Barbarians get a very good set of essences. And finally, offhand, Wrath of Berserker now throws you into a bloody rage, increases your damage you deal to bleeding enemies. So a bleed Whirlwind Barbarian is definitely, I think, in the horizon, right? So very excited for Barbarians. Next up, we are talking about Necromancer. First, should I give you bad news or good news? Okay, let's start with the bad news and then we'll end up with something good, right? So Necromancer OG Essence Proximal Fear is getting nerfed. Now it is fear on cast, which means that at the start of the Wraith form, only then you can fear, and during the Wraith form, you cannot fear. At the end of Wraith form, you can again fear. So that has many big implications. Basically, right now you can go into Wraith form and fear a bunch of enemies standing in an area, right? Now you cannot do that. Maybe you can fear one of them and then your fear won't work on others, right? So that sucks. AoE fear is gone. Secondly, it is only fear on cast. So we have to wait and see how it is actually practically implemented. If it only fears at the start, so basically if you go close to, you have to be very close to the enemy to make them fear. Otherwise, if you get into Wraith form from a distance and then you jump in, you cannot fear, right? So I'm very against this change. This basically kills the proximal fear pants, but we'll see how it is actually implemented, because I'm going to reserve my comments for later when the game goes live, right? But now let's check out the new essences, right? So Bone Spikes now conjures a bed of spikes targeting at a location, continually damage enemy within the area and prevent them from using dash skill. So basically anti-dash essences are increasing. Next, Dark Curse gets an armor break essence in the chest piece. It's in the chest, not in the pants. So that is extra, right? And in the pants, basically Dark Curse gets this is a very common essence. Dark Curse targets a specific area where it is going to slow the enemy and then it is going to blind the enemy. So this is okay, but I think chest essence is very important with the armor break. Anyway, with the shoulders we have Bone Spike cooldown reduction, right? Now, like I said, there's something to look forward to, and that is main hand and offhand, because this is absolutely insane. for Necromancers. Main hand, Bone Spirits now damage the same enemy 3 times. Within 2 seconds, it silences them, right? So whenever Bone Spirits does fast damage to one enemy, so they are going to silence them. And this is a new type of debuff. I think there's one other essence who has silence in somewhere in the game, but I can't remember right now. So I think this is a new one. Preventing the use of skills for 2 seconds. So basically silence is the enemy cannot use it for 2 seconds. So we have to see if we can increase this duration using Feasting Baron's Misery Elixir, right? So this is going to be huge. This Bone Spirit Essence main hand is going to be huge, guys. Cannot silence the same enemy more often than once every 6 seconds. Only 6-second cooldown. So this is huge. Anyway, for offhand, Bone Spirits conjures a fog filled with wraiths, and check this out. Wraiths continuously rush through the fog, damaging and knocking back enemies. So Necromancers gets knocked back. I don't think so Necromancer have a very good knockback. This is a very good knockback. In that particular area, there's going to be, a lot of wraiths. Maybe with the main hand, with the fear, you can even fear them. And if there's only one enemy, they are also going to be silenced. So these two essences are going to be huge for Necromancers. And probably this is going to be the class that I'm going to play first in Inferno 7. Now let's talk about Tempest. I won't take too long in the Tempest because it's been a minute since I played the Tempest class, but I have played Tempest in PvP a lot earlier. The thing that struck me the most, okay, I'll go through all the essences. Cascade Helm is okay. Cascade Chest is also okay, increasing crit chance. Now, the shoulders. Breaker also grant you a shield that absorb damage and make you immune to the next loss of control. So all these times that you were using Flowing Strike, I think finally you can get rid of Flowing Strike and use Breaker. I know it is not as good as Flowing Strike, but 1 CC immunity and a shield, I think this is going to be very good. This new essence basically gives Tempest opportunities to, explore more builds. Firstly that. And secondly, the pants essence for Breaker is insane. You basically go to a place and you return back to another place, back to the first place, right? It says Breaker conjures a Zephyr at your location and then cause you to rush forward in a targeted direction. Using Breaker again, exiting the area or letting the effect expire returns you to your original location. So this is like a jump to a location and come back to again, right? So this is also huge. This is also very interesting, very, very interesting, and I think very useful type of essence for Tempest. So good thing for Tempest, not too OP, but yeah, a new creative ways to play PvP. And now let's talk about Blood Knight. So I was playing Blood Knight in the stream, and I realized that I'm still playing the same Macabre Facade and harmful effects build. Now the new essences that we got are in a different type of direction. So number 1, Whirling Strike increases your damage done. This is a very common essence. Okay, Chest essence, Shroud of Night empowers you and causes you to conjure shadowy apparitions to attack nearby enemy when you take damage. So this is counter attack. You activate Shroud of Night, you go to the battlefield, and there is going to be counter attacks when someone hits you. So counter attack is a type of feature which is mostly prevalent for barbs. It suits tanky class. So I think they are trying to make Blood Knight in the direction of a tanky build, right? They want Blood Knights to have some tanky characters, right? Because same thing happens in main hand. Whirling Strike also causes you to counter attack. So 2 counter attack essences for Blood Knight. So I don't know what is happening. I have no idea how good this will be. Depends on how much damage this is going to give you, right? So I don't know about Blood Knight. Is it going to be good or bad? Anyway, apart from these 2, we are getting Abomination. Abomination no longer consumes anger. Instead, continually consumes your life. And whenever you deal damage, you're going to heal yourself. So this is a nice essence for... I'm not big into Abomination. But people who play Abomination might able to relate how it is good or bad. And Pants also, Abomination has a new skill, Crimson Claw. Basically, it is going to target in a straight direction, and all the enemies in that direction is going to be pulled back to you, right? So yeah, Abomination, I am not so sure how good this will be. Again, offhand, Abomination is active. You are going to deal more damage to the same person who are near you, right? So a lot of Abomination essences, they are trying to make Abomination work, but I don't know. I am not big into Abomination, but hopefully something changes. and maybe we can get some counter attack type of build. Let's see. Big news for demon hunters, guys. The only problem demon hunter right now it has in PvP is they do not have CC immunity. Well, that problem is solved. In the pants essence, they got escape can now be used while suffering from total loss of control and knockback effects, both of them from one essence, making you immune to their effects for 0.5 seconds. So demon hunters are going to be CC free, and hence this one essence makes demon hunter playable so much more, right? Apart from this, the knockback shot, they again getting something new in the knockback shot, both in helmet and chest. Helmet knockback shot damage increase, chest is knockback shot fires multiple piercing blast in a targeted direction, damaging and knocking back enemies. So very interesting, right? Escape shoulder now dashes to a target location, damaging and again knocking back enemies. So a lot of knockback effects for demon hunter. Enemies hits, you also have their armor shatter. So this is escape is going to be so OP. First, you are going to shatter their armor, right? So they are going to take so much more damage. Plus, you are going to be CC immune. So it is huge, guys. These demon hunter are going to be so prevalent in battlegrounds very soon. Anyway, there's main hand essence looks weird to me. Throws a fan of knives around you. So I'm not so sure about that. When an enemy is knocked back, embedded knives will be dislodged, sending them in random direction. So I don't know about the main hand. It's weird. Offhand impaled damage increased by 8%. So up to a maximum of 24%. So very good essence for demon hunter, especially the pants and the shoulders. Very good. Probably helmet and the chest is also going to be very good. So demon hunter, I think they are going to rise again. Now for the monk class, my favorite class, which I'm not going to play right at the start of Inferno 7 later, but I will play. There is some really good changes, insane changes. Firstly, helmet, new inner sanctuary. Yes, let's go. Now, this inner sanctuary is going to place a field and it is going to slow their enemies. Yes, and causes your dash skill to trigger a harmonic resonance. So you place the inner sanctuary and you use the dash, there's going to be damage inside in a sanctuary, right? So basically it's a dash supplement, right? And dealing damage to enemies within the area. So very interesting, right? But the main thing is definitely going to be Breath of Heaven. Let's go to that later. Flying Dragon now makes you immune to knockback and repeatedly charges forward. This is also good. Let's see how much is the damage. Now shoulder, Breath of Heaven reduces your damage taken by 10 seconds. I don't know how good this is going to be. I don't know if it is going to be used. Breath of Heaven can now be used while suffering total loss of control. Now this is huge and grants you absorb shield. And also your dash skills are going to give you absorb shield. So dash is going to get again very OP if you are using Breath of Heaven. So just trigger Breath of Heaven and you use dash, you get shield. And it can stack. It says it stacks. So just imagine you do 3 dashes of, Mystic Strike. You get such a big shield. So it is huge. This is a very crazy essence. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, for main hand, Deadly Reach increases your primary speed attack. So finally, Deadly Reach has an increased attack speed essence. Definitely very good for the, the tank build that I've shared in the channel. And now finally, the offhand, when Flying Dragon deals damage 3 times, you explode with energy, dealing damage to nearby enemies and knocking them up. Very happy with the Monk essence as well, especially with the Breath of Heaven pants essence. So that is the one that you have to look out for. Amazing stuff. Now we move on to Crusader, and I think Crusaders are getting some really increased damage buff, and especially their primary attack is going to be insane after these essences. Look, Fist of Heavens causes your primary attack a primary attack essence, okay? Shield Charge also increases your primary attack speed, again a primary attack essence. Falling Sword shatters enemy armor, that is okay. Okay, now let's see main hand. Falling Sword empowers you with a heavy sword for a short time, replacing your primary attack with one that deals large sweeping strikes. So a lot of one tap type of build. You activate skills and then you use primary attack. That is the theme I'm getting from Crusaders. Also, there's Pant Essence, Shield Charge rushes to a targeted enemy, knocking back to all surrounding enemy and challenging your target to a duel. During the duel, you take reduced damage from the other enemies and you are not dueling, and participants can only use primary attacks, but they are also immune to loss of control and knockback effects. So weird. Slaying your foe during the duel increases your damage done for a short while. So there is a new 4v4 PvP mode, and I think this is going to be great for that particular mode, right? That is coming, 4v4 PvP mode. So yeah, let's see. Anyway, the last one is also a primary attack. Punish causes enemies to take 15% more damage. So a lot of primary attack types of build, and there is a pant essence that forces enemy to use only primary attack. So you see the theme. The theme of Crusader is basically you have a lot of primary attack buffs, and then you have a pant essence that challenges them to a primary attack duel. Very unfair, right? But so good. And finally, we have Wizard. I'm not going to talk a lot about Wizard because this is the class that I don't have much knowledge on, I'll be honest, so I won't provide any expert opinion. What I can see is there is some chill and freeze effects that going on, means more CC, right? There's Scorch, there's, even primary attack Electrocute causes chilled enemies to explode. So there's chill effect, Frost Field, Rage increases the movement speed, Frost Field conjures a blizzard. So it is basically on chill and freeze. Maybe End Winter can come into play here, and also your primary attack has some effects with chill. So Wizards, I think I'm not so sure how good this is, how happy they are. Let me know in the comments below if you are a Wizard. And now guys, we are going to talk about the new set item that applies to all the classes, right? And it is mind-blowing how crazy this is. So the set item is the 2-piece bonus of the new set item is dealing damage for any type of damage. Unleashes a lightning blast at your enemy location that shocks all nearby enemies. So it has a built-in shock. Dealing continuous damage. It's a dot damage over time, right? Or a harmful effect. We'll see how it is classified. Cannot occur more often than once every 6 seconds. So every 6 seconds, enemies are going to get shocked and they are going to get damage over time. Insane. Any type of damage, right? And look, the 4-piece bonus says when shocked enemies, when you are near a shocked enemies, you release a chain lightning, dealing damage. Up to 4 chain lightning can trigger at once, and this cannot occur more often than once every 6 seconds. So every 6 seconds there's going to be so much damage. I think this is going to be good for PvE and PvP. The new set items is, I think this is finally something, to challenge Angment and Grace. These types of set items, I think they can get replaced by something like this, right? And the 6-piece says lightning blast. The 2-piece lightning blast is going to surround you in an lightning field, and then everyone in the lightning field are going to get shocked, and everyone in the lightning field are going to get hit by chain lightning. So imagine Crusader condemn the electric something like that, and that is where my imagination goes, right? The Crusader electric condemn, the lightning condemn. So I think everyone is getting that, and this happens every 40 seconds. This is going to be very OP, trust me, right? And these are the the dungeons where you can get these. So I hope other set pieces are not shuffled and only these are added, right? And now moving on to something very important about the new 5-star gem. Basically it says everything remains the same. I have done my initial breakdown. You can check the video up in top right or in the description, right? Everything is same, but they are changing how the critical hit chance from Blood Floe essence is Blood Floe gem is going to work, right? It says additionally you gain 4% increased critical hit chance for each nearby bleeding enemy. So earlier it was each bleed, like suppose one particular enemy had 3 stacks of bleed, right? So that those would count as 3 into 4% increased critical hit chance, right? That will be 12. But now that even if he has 3 stacks, that person will be counted as 1 bleed, right? There's just one enemy that is bleeding, and you get critical hit chance buff of 4%. So this is the small change that they are doing in this particular gem, right? So yeah, this is still good, by the way. This is very, very good. And they have also revealed the critical hit chance. It is 4% up to a 16%, but this is at rank 10. So what will be at rank 5 for free-to-play players? I'm guessing somewhere like 10%, maybe max, right? So yeah, this is the change that is happening for the new gem. Another change for 2-star is basically here the text says 48% block chance. You're getting the new gem going to give you 48% block chance, but here it says 60% on the description of the gem. So not sure which one is the correct one, but yeah, these two are again, there are some changes that has been made. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that as well. So yeah guys, that is all that I want to cover. The rest of the things probably you have already seen it, right? You have the main patch notes, you have seen everything. But yeah, these are the main things. I mostly like doing PvP, so I wanted to cover things that are related to PvP, and these are the new essences. So what do you guys think, right? Also, there are going to be new Paragon skills, by the way. So these Paragon skills we have to test and see. They are very different types of Paragon skills, and the level of customization are increasing day by day, and I am loving it. I am loving it. So yeah, make sure you join me in the live streams when this patch drops and I play the new classes and the new essences. So yeah, looking forward to everything, right? So thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.